How to memorize English words. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Whether you're just starting to learn English or looking to take your skills to the next level, today's video is about memorizing English words effectively. If you've ever felt like no matter how hard you try, those words just don't stick in your brain, don't worry, you're not alone. But the good news is that there are proven methods to help you make new vocabulary a permanent part of your language toolkit. I'm going to share practical tips, inspiring ideas, and little tricks that will make the process not only easier but also more fun. So let's get started. When it comes to memorizing English words, the first thing you need to understand is this: repetition is key. The brain doesn't remember something after just one encounter. You need to see, hear, or use the word several times before it sticks. This is why consistency matters. You've probably heard the saying, practice makes perfect. Well, when you practice vocabulary regularly, you allow your brain to reinforce the connections between the word and its meaning. So, make a habit of revisiting words throughout the day. One of the easiest ways to repeat words is through flashcards. You can create physical cards, but apps like Anki and Quizlet make it even more convenient. These apps use spaced repetition, which is a method that helps your brain retain words by showing them to you at gradually increasing intervals. I recommend reviewing your flashcards at least once a day. And here's a bonus tip. Don't just focus on the word itself. Try to associate it with an image, a sentence, or a memory. This will give the word more meaning and make it more memorable. Next, let's talk about the power of context. Simply memorizing a word in isolation is often not enough. To truly remember a word, you need to see it in context. For example, if you're learning the word eager, don't just memorize the definition, create a sentence with it. For instance, she was eager to start her new job. Suddenly, the word eager becomes a part of a real-life situation, and it's much easier for your brain to remember. One of the best ways to immerse yourself in context is by reading books, watching TV shows, or listening to podcasts in English. This way, you're not just learning words in isolation, but you're seeing how they're used in real conversations and real scenarios. Imagine this. You're reading a novel and you come across the word contemplate. You might not know the meaning right away, but as you continue reading, the surrounding sentences help you understand it. Maybe it's a character who's thinking deeply about something. That context will make it easier to remember the word. Now, let's talk about the power of visualization. Your brain is a visual learner. If you can picture something in your mind, you're more likely to remember it. Try this technique. When you learn a new word, close your eyes for a moment and imagine the word in your mind. Picture what it looks like or even associate it with an image that reminds you of its meaning. For example, the word mountain might bring to mind a tall, snowy peak. The word delicious could make you imagine a cake that looks irresistible. The more vivid and personal you make the image, the better your brain will hold on to the word. Mnemonics are memory aids that help you link new words with something familiar. For instance, if you're learning the word benevolent, meaning kind and generous, you might visualize a person with a benevolent smile helping others around them. Or you could think of benevolent as bene, which sounds like bin, plus violent, which sounds like violent but the opposite, gentle. Create a story or image in your mind that will help you remember the word. There's an old saying, if you don't use it, you lose it. This couldn't be truer when it comes to learning English vocabulary. It's not enough just to memorize words. you have to actively use them. Whether you're speaking, writing, or even thinking in English, putting the words you've learned into practice is essential. Set yourself a challenge. Try to use at least 5 to 10 new words in conversation or writing each day. Write a short paragraph or record a voice memo using the words you've learned. Even if you're speaking to yourself, don't be afraid to practice. The more you use the words in context, the stronger the neural connections will become, and the more natural it will feel to use them in future conversations. Learning a new language should be exciting, not stressful. So, let's make the process fun. Gamify your learning by setting challenges for yourself. For example, you could challenge yourself to learn 10 new words every week or test yourself to see how many words you can remember after a month. There are plenty of apps that turn vocabulary practice into a game, and you can even join online groups or forums where people share their learning goals and progress. Don't forget to celebrate your progress. Every time you learn a new word or master a difficult concept, reward yourself with something small. Maybe a treat, a break, or even just taking a moment to appreciate how much you've grown. One of the most important things to remember on your language learning journey is to stay inspired. Learning a new language takes time, and sometimes it can feel like progress is slow. But I promise you, every bit of effort counts. Remember, language is a tool for connection. Every word you learn brings you closer to being able to communicate with more people, understand more, and experience the world more deeply. Celebrate every new word and every new sentence as a victory. The more motivated you stay, the easier it will be to stay consistent and improve. Setting clear goals will keep you on track. Maybe your goal is to read an entire book in English or have a 5-minute conversation with a native speaker. Whatever it is, make sure it's something that excites you and motivates you to keep going. To wrap up today's video, remember this: there's no magic shortcut to memorizing English words. It takes practice, patience, and the right strategies. But with repetition, context, visualization, active usage, and a little bit of fun, you'll be well on your way to mastering English vocabulary. I believe in you, and I know that with each word you learn, you're getting closer to your goals. Keep going, stay consistent, and never stop believing in your ability to succeed. Thank you so much for watching, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more language learning tips and inspiration. Leave a comment below and let me know what words you're working on memorizing right now. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep learning and stay motivated. You've got this.